frustrating, stressful, and everything.
6 months after this police chase that killed 20-year-old Austin Grooms, his girlfriend, Miranda Malley, says she feels there's been little justice.
The whole thing's left me with more questions than answers, to be honest.
Reserve Deputy Jason Leroy chased Austin across state lines. In a new record request, we received audio recordings of Leroy telling a trooper what happened.
I called Officer Davis and I was like, "Where are you at?" He goes, "I'm having car trouble. You need to stay with him."
He says he was following the directions of Stevenson Police Officer Cecil Davis.
The whole time I'm on the phone with the reserve officer, and he's telling me every step that they're taking.
Another record request uncovered this Highway Patrol report that explains reckless driving and high speeds caused Austin to lose control of his vehicle and crash, and that Leroy was chasing Austin in this unmarked fire department vehicle.
No blue lights?
No blue lights.
No siren?
No siren.
Okay. And you're not a certified officer?
No, sir.
Today, after nearly 6 months of asking, we still don't have Stevenson Police Department's chase policy. And after a public record request and multiple calls to the Stevenson Mayor and Police Department, we're told the department isn't making changes to their policies surrounding police chases.
You got the tag, you got all that information. Let that person get safely home and go to their house. What's the difference?
Charlene Ross, an anti-chase advocate, telling us policies not just in Stevenson, Alabama, but across the country for police chases need to be re-examined. And Malley saying even that won't ease her pain.
And it hurts me so much that he's not coming back.
4:03 yesterday. Hi, sir. Can you please help me to get out of Afghanistan? My one daughter and one son feel like they're going to be prisoners. She says, "Hello, dear sir. My name is Hamidi Siar."
Messages on Facebook.
My husband was killed by the Taliban in the Kunar province because he had worked with the U.S.
Sent from half a world away to this front porch in Cleveland. Billy Massengale joined the Army out of high school.
1986.
Got out and back in. He joined again after 9/11.
Iraq for the first 3 years, then transitioned over to Afghanistan from 2008 to 2010.
Billy showed me the things he brought home.
Basically, as a team leader, for service and support, we were with the 2nd Kandak Infantry Battalion, which is an all-Afghan military battalion.
Billy and his interpreter were close.
We lived with them. We stayed with them, and Saeed was with me the whole time.
Saeed gave Billy this rug.
It's funny, like I won't walk on it. As I come around, I'll step around it.
And these nameplates.
We got so close as to, we had little signs that, hey, you're about to be in danger. Like if he put his right hand and touched his heart, that meant we needed to get out of that situation pretty quick.
Saeed stopped working with coalition forces around 2013.
In Turkey, he was pretty much brutally beaten, hospitalized, and then sent back. His uncle has already been killed by the Taliban. His mom got roughed up in Kabul a couple days ago. I think they broke her hand.
Saeed on the run for years.
One of the things that really kind of crawls my skin is, we promised him that freedom. We promised him that special immigration visit.
Today, Saeed is safe in Germany. His family still running in Afghanistan.
They've lost all their possessions now. They're down to a bag each because that's what we told them they could only bring on an airplane.
Billy says he won't stop working until they get on that plane.
We're willing to take on Saeed's family here in this house. Let them live with us.
4 weeks into the school year and the road has been rocky.
The current case levels have created an unsustainable demand on our district resources for contact tracing, quarantining, and testing.
But as district leaders, parents, and students battle the speed of the spread of the Delta variant,
I know our administration has felt like they're drowning and there's no help in any sight.
they are also fighting confusion on how to keep students safe and follow the rules. The state denying the ability to go remote.
We don't have any plans to do that yet. We want to keep kids in school in person.
But then days later changing course and granting waivers, but limiting them to individual schools or classes.
And it is when there is no way that you can continue to reasonably provide
in-person instruction.
It's just been a game of catch up when we are trying to be proactive, as we have been with this whole pandemic.
We took those concerns to the state education commissioner in town for an early literacy roundtable.
So what we continue to encourage districts to do is we say, we did it all of last year. It's the same thing. We just have to keep going. I really encourage everyone to continue to use as many mitigation strategies as possible to keep kids safe. I also encourage lots of districts to utilize the waiver feature if that's what they need in terms of remote instruction.
Schwinn says they've received 20 waivers for remote instruction. 18 have seen some sort of approval. Hamilton County bypassed that option.
The state could do what we did last year and approve continuous learning plans. And that's what they did. We were the first county last year to have ours approved. And they could set the guidance that way. But they have went to this micromanaging of how we're going to operate. And it's really taken the control out of our hands and giving us no tools in our toolbox.
He'll be with us forever.
A man who family and friends said left a hole in Whitfield County, Rodney Lee.
He would always put others first.
Stephen Neely is Rodney's brother-in-law, and he said Rodney lost his life to COVID on Monday. Stephen said Rodney had been battling the virus for about 6 weeks. He was not vaccinated.
I wish Rodney was still here. He is, they just don't make many men like Rodney.
Stephen says that Rodney leaves behind a wife and 3 young children, and he was even a coach for his children. He said Rodney used to teach math, but then became a PE teacher at Varnell Elementary. The former principal, Lisa Jones, knew Rodney for almost 20 years.
The lessons that he taught us will be carried out through our school, his family, our community.
Family and friends said Rodney was also known for being a very faithful man. Noel Caldwell is the administrative pastor at Salem Baptist Church, and he said that Rodney was their chairman of deacons and was ordained a deacon back in 2012.
Finding somebody with kind of character that he had even in a church is rare.
Rodney's loved ones said if there's one thing they could tell him, it would be
how rare a jewel that I felt like he was, and how much he's going to be missed.
I would tell him that I love him from the bottom of my heart, and it was an honor and a joy to be called his friend.
I'm Brianna Idzior, News Channel 9.